on the fastest seatbelt sign to indicate our initial approach. Please store your carry-on items and check that your seatbelt is fastened. Thank you.
I like the extremes. If it's like really windy, I like to go really overpowered and just see how high you can go on certain days. And then there's also days when it's a little bit lighter, where we tend to do more of the technical wakeboard style tricks and stuff. My professional goal really isn't like to compete or to win or anything like that. It's mostly just to see what level you can push, what can you possibly do on a kite and board. I mean, the stuff we're doing now is considered pretty amazing, I guess, but I know I can see definitely down the road, like basically like, the ability to fly.
He's definitely like the big air master. If you think you'll go big, once you see Elliot boosting a flex foil like 45, 50 feet, you just go like, holy shit,
I'd like to be able to go high enough to where I don't want to go any higher. I'd like to be completely scared.
on, dude. I gotta show you how to use it. Although I don't know how. Turn that right there. Foot start with the foot. Come on. Oh boy! Batman on a scooter.
Yes, sir!
I've got the cone.
Cape Hatteras is, I think it's the best place in the world to kite surf. The sound is so flat. It's like the flattest place. It's probably the flattest body of water in the world. It's ridiculous. It's like so smooth. It's butter. You could just lace into the thing and just get your kite so loaded up before you jump. And for windsurfing, it never did anything for me. Looking at the sound, I just look at the sound and be like, what a waste of water. But I mean, you come home from a trip somewhere else that's not as good as here, and you look out at the sound, and it's just like it's like you're looking at a perfect day at J Bay. Then you can just go out there and just annihilate the whole place. It's just so much fun.
The ocean. Boom.
My whole life, I was just so bummed I lived on the East Coast. Now I'm so stoked on it.
Good place for
I don't
kiting.
care if I ever go to Maui again.
I don't either. Neither do I.
Fresco Woods Campground, man. This place is the best.
Now we're getting a little
Favorite places to kite. This is becoming one of them really fast. I mean, it's so cool that the sandbar here just makes it set up perfect for kiting. It's a good place to launch because it's a point and there's not too many people around, so it's safe. And then the sandbar creates smooth water, so you can really use your board and do some nice turns and jumps. And then the people here are really cool, the kite crowd, and everybody's stoked on kiteboarding.
Thank you.
No come hoping right now on dark winter day. Father Richie rested as he went along. black and shiny, and their hoods were made of steel. Their brains were still on fire, and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Ah, yeah.
I guess I might watch the kite thing. Seriously, like, I'm not that impressed with big air or like a bunch of spins. But I'm not really a big kite fan.
This guy's gonna be dealing with some wind though, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna be like bungee jumping the other way. No matter what, it's still evil, but it's... Are you filming me?
It is windy, dude. I only get one chance to kill myself. I might as well just do it during the contest.
I'm thinking it's Trow's conditions. I think if you weigh $140 and you got a blade kite and a directional board today, it looks perfect.
I got this hat cranked down on my head as hard as I can right now.
I've heard war stories about Rio Vista and Chip, though. I don't think this is a big deal for them.
This is a bigger deal than Rio. Dude, that's Sendometrium.
whistles.
Yesterday when I saw those kites, I was pretty impressed. You should have seen the guy, dude. He was up in the, like, he was at least like 50 feet high and in the air for like 5 or 6 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, he just floated.
Your mom was all, I think this is going to be his new niche. That's what your mom was saying.
Yeah, my mom wants me to get into kiting. I don't want kiting, no.
His mom bought her a pair of spandex pants and everything. She's totally set for him to start kiting.
Oh my God.
That's one of the things the kiters did. I think they scared all the girls away.
You know,
wearing those shorts over their wetsuits and stuff.
Dude, he is filming. I swear to God,
going
he's
in the
filming.
video for sure.
Oh well, at least I have an accomplice, I guess.
I'm not trying to make impression to nobody and like trying to make people think that that's the way to do it. Pretty much you do it whatever you want, and you know that's what I want to do. You know, I like the wakeboard tricks. I like wakeboarding. And all those moves we take from wakeboard videos and try to apply to kiting. So me and Wainman and Elliot would be like last couple months we'd be definitely like trying to bring as much as wakeboard moves to kiting, because that's like what makes the sport interesting.
Mauricio, he's one of the guys leading the pack with the whole wakeboard thing, the whole wakeboard movement. When you see him out riding, he's pretty smooth. He's really technical with all his handle passes and all that kind of junk. He's good.
Oh. Can you read? Can you read?
You are Richmond.
Look here. It says Mauricio.
Oh, see?
It means
that.
that's not for you to use it.
coastal with observations at 8 o'clock. On the coast, north-northwest wind at 13 knots. Off Sparkle, wind at 7 feet 11 seconds, west-northwest wind. West side of Robert California, northwest wind at 14. Wind at 7 feet 11 seconds, temperature 65. Santa Monica, west wind at 12. Wind at 4 feet 13 seconds, temperature 61. Redondo Beach, wind at 4 feet 13 seconds, temperature 61. San Pedro Channel.
Wait and we wait, what is still empty day? It's a high in the air, only if you care. The man in the box, the buoy in the sea. What will you say to satisfy me? Timmy flat spell, I'm beginning to cringe. What we need is, well, something to make us rich. Wait and we wait. Wait. Wait and we wait. I said we wait. Wait and we ring on jelly ball, talk to me. Jelly ball, ring on, which shall it be? Ring on jelly ball, talk to me. Jelly ball, ring on, which shall it be? Wait and we wait for a set to create. See something macking, I start packing. Feel and it's realize I turn in position. Hop and I drop, I make my transition. Nothing in my mind but getting in that door. This is why we waited, this is what we live for. We wait and we wait. Wait. Wait and we wait. I said we wait. Wait and we ring on jelly ball, talk to me. Jelly ball, ring on, which shall it be? Ring on jelly ball, talk to me. Jelly ball, ring on, which shall it be?
Following is the surf forecast valid out through Sunday, March 23rd. Santa Barbara, Ventura, Los Angeles, Orange, San Diego County, a 2 to 4 foot surf. Swell from the southwest, every 12 seconds. Our outlook for Monday is little change.
The winds off the bluff, they begin to shout. Could this be what's well? We'll have to check it out. Scan the horizons and what do I see? Renewing light, coming straight at me. Nothing in my mind but getting in that door. This is why we waited, this is what we live for. We wait and we wait. We wait. Wait and we wait. I said we wait. Wait and we ring on jelly ball. Jelly ball, ring on. Ring on jelly ball, talk to me. Jelly ball, ring on, which shall it be? Ring on jelly ball, ring on jelly ball, jelly ball, ring on jelly ball, ring on, ring on jelly ball, ring on jelly ball, jelly ball, ring on, which shall it be?
Flash has got a unique style all his own. I don't think there's anybody out there that takes such a big kite and yet holds it. He's just solid. He's really, really solid. He goes for huge air and doesn't even phase him how high or how far he's going.
He's really fluid. His kite's here, he's here. He's connected totally to this kite. He knows what this thing is gonna do 100% of the time.
He goes really big, you know. He definitely does some really freestyle tricks in a directional. For me, he's like one of the best directional guys in the world. There's nobody that can even get close to beat him, you know.
Flash is ruling, dude. He's gonna hit 4 in a row. Did you see his 4 backs? Like touch, touch, touch. Yeah. Just keep spinning each time. Look at that.
great place to kite. There's a lot of good places to go. And the good thing about it is kind of the stage where everyone's kind of starting off and it's all new and everybody's helping each other out and no one's taking it too seriously. So most of the people here, you know, have other jobs and stuff and are just doing it for fun on the side.
There's a lot more places on Oahu than on Maui, and you can go pretty much anywhere over here. Hasn't been banned anywhere, so we're gonna try and keep it like that. There's a lot of good guys getting really good over here. I think it's easier to learn here because there's not so much wind and it's not so intimidating for a lot of people. I'm thinking, yeah, 20-meter kite, perfect in Kailua. No center loop.
Take your time, but hurry up. The choice is yours when you first wake up. Let it slide, let it go. Tell the ones you loved you love them so. Still believe in the great commands. Love your God and your neighbor, do the best you can. I fail a lot on both accounts. We gotta help each other 'cause that's what counts. All the colors of the rainbow come out when you cry. Gather up above your head like your relatives in the sky. Ooh, la la la. Ooh, la la la. It's not too late if you can hear this song to make a life go right instead of wrong, 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 wrong. Our days on this earth are but a few, they will pass away just like the morning dew. All the colors of the rainbow come out when you smile. They gather up above your head for miles and miles and miles. Ooh, la la la. Ooh, la la la.
Oh, there's a lot of good guys, but Robby for sure is the one who's kind of constantly on a different level than all of us. And it's pretty awesome to watch it. It just gives you more confidence that you can do stuff. But the stuff that he does is almost kind of hard for us to relate to because he's just on a totally different level and just learns everything so fast.
Robby's up there. He's up there, but we don't really count Robby because he's in his own little world. He's kind of, we don't count Robby.
Yeah, Robby Naish, he's a kook. He seems to be ripping pretty hard.
Looking back at where I came, yeah, that's just a made. That was one big mistake. 'Cause with the crowd, I tried to hide, couldn't keep the pace, so I had to break the stride. Can't put your pocket
with you. It became a lie. One question asked. That question is why. Can't punch your pocket, walk a wall and hold a run and never stop your life. It's not for me. Can't punch your pocket, walk a wall and hold a run and never stop. It's time you gotta say. I'm giving up, but I'm not giving in. I'll make a stand, not to stand in line. I'm giving up, but I'm not giving in. I'll make a stand, not to stand in line. Can't punch your pocket, walk the wall and hold the run and never stop your life. It's not for me. Can't punch your pocket, walk the wall and hold the run and never stop. It's time you gotta say. I'm giving up, but I'm not giving in. I'll make a stand, not to stand in line. I'm giving up, but I'm not giving in. I'll make a stand, not to stand in line. Stand in line, stand in line.
Gonna go kite surf. Jumping. Rigging 9-0. So maybe at 11. Cause we're on Oahu. Not at the Gorge or Maui. Don't need a 5-0. Don't need a 7-0. Akibono on a 20-0. I got good form with the pump. Alrighty.
We fought alone up in a golden operation. Went through the litigation from the dark side of the line. Looking like steps on out, do not reveal your secrets. Generations of achievement shall not be left behind. I never knew there was a hidden source of power. The ancients built this tower that we all must keep alive. It's the same alliance that has brought us to the notion. The movement in the ocean, all directions we will strive. I hear you, you feel me. A voice is so we will always say. I need you, I pledge you to a world that's far from free. Talking in shadows of everyday battle stands a man.
I started kiting with this guy, Scott Augenbaugh. He was like the world champion kite flyer, so he had a lot of kites. So maybe about 7 or 8 years ago, we started stacking some kites together, and we'd build some ramps on the beach and load up the kites and just do jumps and do some flips in the air and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Scott is great because he's just got so much energy for everything. In this island, for sure, he was the first one with a stack of traction kites with Scott Augenbaugh. They were doing some amazing things, jumping on the beach and going with a wakeboard. But at that point, you know, stuff they're doing was pretty radical and didn't really inspire me to get into it. They would hand me the kites and I could hold it for a second, but I wanted no part of it.
We actually took out some wakeboards a couple times. We would just go straight downwind. We didn't have a harness or anything, so we'd just be blazing straight downwind. When Des started jumping and started doing some tricks, and Robby started busting some tricks here in Kailua, we definitely got our interest back into it. But I suck compared to them, and I've been kiting longer. That's not good.
That's not quite rubbed in yet.
Why'd you turn down the music? Sorry, boss.
Dangerous man. Be a good girl, she was alive. With that fire, she was hypnotized. Dolly teddy bear, three ribbons in her hair, the naked, conscious, clean, perfect murder scene. I'm a dangerous man. I'm a dangerous man. Station so precise, relation never nice. My dream is what I spice, the fear in children's eyes. Men with candy toys, little girls and good little boys. It's nice and everything nice. This brings a high surprise. I'm a dangerous man.
dangerous man, wreaking havoc and destruction everywhere you go. For only $19.95, you'll not only learn how to rape, pillage, and make poison, but you'll learn the fine art of torture. Act now, and you'll receive a 2-week supply of hard alcohol and lethal stimulants to go with your dangerous man.
I'm focusing my riding definitely more in the surf. I think that's the best route for me, you know, because everybody's doing airs and twists and tricks and grabs and stuff like that, but not that many people right now are really going for the surf. So a lot of people think it still like it can't be done and it's weak or whatever, but when you get a good swell and the right wind direction and a good day, it's pretty incredible. You can do a lot. The reason why I got really into wave riding is because of where we do it here in California. And, you know, you're always out in the surf, and the surf breaks really close to the beach. So you don't have to go out very far, so you could do stuff. You know, you could try different things, and if you lose your kite or you get work, it doesn't really matter so much because you wash up on the beach instead of washing up, you know, a quarter mile out to sea on some reef somewhere. So that's why I think California, that's the advantage to California is you know, that we have a lot of different spots to go, and you know, you can do everything just right out in front and not have to travel.
wins that heat because he really ran up the river, but he didn't do anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
He did like spins.
But dude, I don't know. It's gonna be scary to see. Like if this was a real contest, like that probably would. Here you go.
Oh, I'm almost second. I had the shittiest heat in the world.
Got the fucking river ride. I can't even believe it.
My youthful days be wasted while all that happens here. Days turn into months and the weeks turn into years. This feeling in my stomach grows several shades past fear. And licking back the lager don't make it disappear. Here I go again, waking with the dull pain. It's just another morning, running for the end.
Windsurfing is slow and pitiful.
Lock it back a little. Thanks. There's pricker bushes here.
Pricker bushes.
Shit, I was hoping to get on Survivor, but I didn't. So I came out here to try this.
Here I go again, nothing but the same thing. Soaking up the cold rain, running for the F train. And here I go again, decide to get moving and face another morning, running for the F train. Yeah, and here I go again, and here I go again, and here I go again, running for the F train. Yeah, and here I go again, and here I go again, here I go again, running for the F train. Yeah.
Pinche cabrones. Chinga tu madre, pinche cabrones. Pinche perro. Tú es culo.
Down south in Mexico, a story to be told, money to be made and chicks to be laid. I know it happened to me there. It's a sad story indeed. I bought a 5-pound load of the killer seedless weed.
The senorita king told me I was free. These were right around the corner. I started to run. I didn't have a gun. It was 15 miles to the border. 15 miles to the border. I've overextended my stay. 15 miles to the border. I'm headed for the U.S. of A. 15 miles, 15 miles, 15 miles to the border. 15 miles, 15 miles, 15 miles to the border.
really my passion is like wakeboarding. The problem is I could never really afford a boat, so all my motivation just is trying to be like do wakeboard moves off a kite, and try and hopefully eventually do them bigger, or try and do some stuff you can't do on a boat, and try and make it viable in that sense. For me, it's like the technical ability. I mean, right now the whole market, everyone's kind of like oohing and awing over big air and big jumps and stuff, but there's really nothing you can do other than hang from a bar. And for me, my motivation is more to just try and stay with the technical stuff, and then every now and then I just get like a wild hair at my ass and just rig up a big kite and go huge.
Liz, the man, he's constantly innovating new tricks and stuff like that, so virtually everybody looks to him as far as like what's the latest trick going down. It's whatever's Lou trying this week.
He's the master, For me, the guy's like the sensei. He's my teacher, basically.
Lou is the best kiteboarder in the world.
Waiting for the bus with a quarter in my pocket. Waiting for the bus and I'm all alone. Waiting for the bus with a quarter in my pocket. Waiting for the bus and I wanna go home. You don't know what's wrong with me, and you don't see just what I see. And I can live my life through you, through everything you say and do. Laying on my back and watching clouds roll by, making shapes of shapeless things. Laying on my back and watching clouds roll by, making sense of senseless things. You don't know what's wrong with me, and you don't see just what I see. And I can live my life through you, through everything you say and do. I wanna be on a panel of experts waiting at the end of the hallway. I wanna be on a panel of experts waiting at the end of the hallway. I wanna be like a big fat Buddha waiting at the end of the hallway. I wanna be like a big fat Buddha waiting at the end of the hallway. And you know I do. You don't know what's wrong with me, and you don't see just what I see. And I can live my life through you, through everything you say and do. And you don't know what's wrong with me. And you don't know what's wrong with me. You don't know what's wrong with me, and you don't see just what I see. I can live my life through you, through everything you say and do.
Frickin' bushes here. Frickin' bushes.
I'm against the center loop. I don't use center loop because I got the belly. Yeah, I was told that the center loop was for fags, and I respect that, and I'm just not going to use it.
Fair enough. Now, who told you that?
That was Robby.
It's not on, is it?
Let's start doing this.
I can turn it on.
Be forewarned, when Brian's just walking around with the camera and looking the other way and stuff, but the camera's pointing at you, and he's carrying his little dog.
He's got the pup. His dog.
You know what he's doing.
With no tail. Busted.
Yeah!
Oh, I got an idea, man. You know what we should do? Instead of using a kite, we'll get that jet ski and we'll get a rope. Check it out. And then we can ride behind the ski and we can get up on the slider. Then you don't have to mess with the kite.
That's a good idea.
I'm going to try that.
The middle loop is for sissies.
Flash always jumps in the middle of the loop.
Yeah. Flash, you're a pussy! Get out of the middle loop! I don't know him.
They're in the way. I couldn't believe it. The two girls, I said, fuck. I was like, go, go, go. And they were sitting down and they got up and they just hung out there like it was supposed to be part of the shot. And I do a spin over there and I'm like, I could have sworn I was waiting for my board to knock the girl in the head. I mean, I know I was no more than that far away from her face.
That'd be a good photo though. If they
Oh,
got it.
yeah.
They got it.
Yeah.
Shoot a Trow, film that.
Yeah, right. Me totally out of control going, this is the do's and don'ts. Don't.
You think I can clear? You have the camera. Okay. Let me help you.
Woo! Yeah! You're a pro!
Good thing you had your shorts on.
It's like ridiculous, dude. It looks ridiculous.
Shut up, man.
I'll throw my
Kite,
shorts on.
you better fucking put the pair on that I have in the car, or else you're not going out.
Let's huck it.
My parting comments, don't worry, you got it. What could possibly go wrong?